So I've got some really cool mods from Kristen Van Patten, and let's go ahead and jump right into this. One of the first things you'll notice is all the yellow is gone. So that is because you can get these replacement bit holders in case you are not a fan of the whistle and the ferrule rod. Some people want to keep a dedicated 10-inch ferrule rod or whatever in their pack. So if that's you, then you can go ahead and use this bit holder, and it works like so. Let's go ahead and push it out like that, and keeps a Leatherman bit in it, and then it's very easy to stow. And then on the back, this is very clever. I didn't realize this until just today. This is a place for a pair of tweezers. So that's pretty cool as well. Big fan of that. So you can add some of your small tools in there, and then it simply clicks into place, and then you can access these tweezers from the outside as well. So some of you, I'm sure, will be very interested in that. And again, that is on his website, kristenvanpatten.com, and I will leave links at the end of this video. All right, so what else do we have on here? Well, let's go ahead and look at the thumb stud. Now, most of the time, or some of the time, the thumb stud isn't perhaps as important, but on the Leatherman Signal, it has a fairly larger cutout than some of the other Leathermans, and I really think the thumb stud works the best, to be honest, on this one so far, and I'm a huge fan of that. I think it's good to have it on the Wave, the Charge, several others, but this one you actually get the most purchase on, and it works really well. So a big fan of that as well. Now on the inside, when we go to the bit driver, one of the things he's done is set another micro bit driver. Some of you who have watched all my crazy mods know that I tore mine up that I have bought from him before, and I actually made it into an ink pen and put in my Leatherman tread, and that's still going strong. I use it a lot at work, so big fan of that. But now I've got one that is not damaged and tore up, and you can go ahead and reverse this like so, and then go ahead and put it back in your driver. So big fan of that, really like that as well. All right, so we've talked about the bit driver, we've talked about the thumb stud, we've talked about the bit holder on here. Now let's go ahead and talk about the bit holder on this side. Now this right here will replace the sharpener, and let's go ahead and open that up, and then you can see that you can take this in and out, and if you depress this like so, then you can take this off. So let's go ahead and let's see, put this in like so, and then you can see where it has that clip, and then it has this where it sits right into place just like the original Leatherman. So huge fan of that as well. I really like the option to modularity. Now I know some people are not a fan. They're like, well, if it came with this, then I want to keep it with that. But I really like this option to, let's see, I didn't have that on there just right. Let's go ahead, snap this into place. So it starts up like that, and then we can snap this into place like so, and then this right here holds it into place as well. So that is really on there firmly. So that's pretty cool. And then you can snap that bit in there. And one of the questions I had was, I was thinking, well, do the inside tools still lock? So let's go ahead, just want to show you this. Here's the bit driver. And then you just go ahead and depress that, and it definitely works. And that's really locked in there solid. So again, very impressed with this. Pretty ingenious mods that he's made that you can very easily install in your Signal. And they're not permanent mods. So a lot of times, a lot of people are cutting, ruining their Leatherman, not ruining, but I mean, they're making it personalized, but you can't send it back in for warranty, perhaps. That's always one of the drawbacks. But with these, you can simply swap them in and out, and again, really big fan of that. Now, one of the caveats he mentions is that these are not meant to be stored empty, so always make sure to have something in there, a bit, or he leaves a blank as well. So if you're going to crash this down and it doesn't have a bit, expected to be damaged because it is a void there, and so you definitely want a blank or a bit in place. So keep that in mind. These are not indestructible He-Man, but they're very nice mods. All right, so those are the mods, but I wanted to just remind you that he has some other really good stuff at his store, and this right here is made specifically for the ratcheting bit extender, the ratchet for the Leatherman, and then you do have where you can put double of these as well, even though he doesn't recommend these be tied together, just to take one out at a time. And just to remind you again, you can swap these in and out. Huge fan of that. I've already done a video on this, but I just wanted to mention that you can swap these in and out, and that would be very nice to carry with your signal as well. And then also the extender. Now I just threw in one of these just for fun. This is off a Super Tool 300, one of the special ones, M I think it is. And then I put a 4mm to a 1/4 inch bit on there just to make it look fancy. And then you have all this as well. But these are pretty cool as well, so keep all those in mind. These are all at his website. Make sure to visit it if you're interested. And these are pretty cool tools, and I really love the extra touches he makes to not just throw these in, but actually make holders for them. And it just looks, the extra time he spends is just much appreciated. All right, I'll see you in the next video.